In as much as we know that stress could be physical, and that is the major type of stress that we all know from the onset. That's the kind of stress that we were meant to learn from the start. But now, the most insidious form of stress is the one of the mental stress. And not mental stress, basically more about overthinking or over worrying, basically. It's simply the kind of stress that comes from lack of challenges, all right? We as humans, we are meant to face challenges, we are meant to do things, and at the end of the day, after achieving the goal, we feel fulfilled. But the modern world today gives us modern comfort. That is, we can't have to prepare meals by ourselves anymore because we seem to want to order food online. We can't have meaningful conversations with friends. We can't build a relationship from the scratch because we feel it's easier to build one on social media and on dating apps. We can't get reward from doing things that are challenging and getting the results or getting the goals, but we seem to want to level up on video games. So for every primal thing that we need to achieve, or for every primal challenge that is conquerable and achievable with a reward, there is a modern day alternative. And our body has not evolved to that extent. We still have the primal code. Our DNA is still of the primal nature. And then the absence of these natural challenges, fulfillment, and achievements builds a subtle kind of stress inside us. We have a feeling that something is just not right. Something is just incomplete. And that kind of build up a kind of stress that's not easily noticeable, but over the years, it builds up to something that is tangible. That is the most insidious form of stress. Or people think it's only about going to work, having a long day at work, having something that is bothering you, being depressed, overthinking. People think that is the only cause of stress. But I tell you, modern comfort is the insidious, or let me say, the most dangerous form of stress. That looks harmless, but is the most dangerous. When we say insidious, it's more like something that has a high impact, but it doesn't show that way on the outside. Modern comfort, because we don't have to challenge ourselves to making meals anymore. We don't go out there to farm. We don't go to hunt for animals. We don't have to talk to people to build relationships. We don't have to do things like building ourselves. We don't have to do things that has to do with craft or handwork. We just get everything easily. We can order for food online. We can have dating apps. We can get rewards from social media. We do things easily in the modern world today, brought to us by modern technology and modern comfort. And that builds a kind of subtle stress inside us that then we don't have to do anything. We just get them easily. So now our body and our nervous system still demands for challenges for us to grow, for challenges for us to feel like humans. But those challenges are not there anymore. And that builds a kind of stress that is even more harmful than the stress that you know. Because physical stress, mental stress, isn't that as harmful because you can get over it. But stress that builds up in our nervous system because of the absence of real life challenges that gives us fulfillment and reward is the most insidious form of stress. And that is what you and I are facing today. What is the way out? The way out is just simply being intentional about things that you do. Don't live on autopilot. Sometimes do things meaningfully. Do things by yourself. Instead of ordering for food, make wholesome meals by yourself. Instead of going on a walk with podcasts and music, walk alone without your phone. Instead of going onto dating apps on social media all day, go out there and talk to people, make meaningful conversations and have meaningful relationships. Do not avoid difficult conversations. Those things that you know that you do with modern day technological devices or you do in the modern way. Bring out the primal self in you and do the things naturally the way we're meant to do it. and then you see how fulfilling and how restful and mindful you'll be. That is the only way out. When we talk about primal self, when we say we should reject the modern excess, we are not saying you should do it with modern technology, because that will not be possible in this world today. But all we are saying is do things intentionally, use these modern devices intentionally. The modern technology, use them only on purpose, not on autopilot, so that you can restore the human balance and feel fulfilled and happy like a normal human being. And that is what we preach here. Welcome to the tribe.